Welcome to Take a Break, Take a Breath for Wednesday, November 4th. My name is Rick Boyer. I'm the pastor of Prospect Presbyterian Church in Maplewood, New Jersey. And Take a Break, Take a Breath is your invitation to pause in the middle of your day or at some time in your day to center yourself in God, who loves you, who made you, who calls you by name, to stop all of the craziness for a little while, to not be worried about all of the things that are unfolding, but to just be present with God and to be aware of God's presence. Each time that Take a Break, Take a Breath comes together, I offer some reflections on a psalm and a focus verse, and then many times use that as a part of the guided relaxation and prayer time. So today's psalm is Psalm 97, and it is another one of the enthronement psalms where God is being enthroned as the ruler. This particular one has some unique features in that the first 5 verses are a theophany. Theophany is a fancy word for God appearance, for an appearance of God, and it has all of that wild and flashy stuff that we sometimes see in that. It also has running through it the theme of rejoicing and righteousness, all the way through it, all the way through it. So we rejoice for the birth of the King. And for that reason, it is often used on Christmas Day. And Christians have co-opted the psalm in that way to read it in light of the birth of Jesus, the King. So the focus verse for me and for us today is, "The Lord is King. Let the earth rejoice. Let the many coastlands be glad." The Lord is King, let the earth rejoice, let the many coastlands be glad. I invite you to go to a quiet place in your house if you haven't already done so, to close the door and to settle into a chair that is comfortable, to feel the strength and support of that chair, to feel it on the back of your legs and under your arms if it has arms, to feel it on your back, to feel the firmness of the floor under you, and to close your eyes and to take some deep breaths. And as you breathe in the breath of God. And as you breathe out all that separates you from God. Breathe in the breath of life. Breathe out all that does not give you life. Breathe in God's peace. Breathe out all of the anxieties and worries and fears that you're carrying around with you. And imagine that that peace spreads throughout your body, that with each breath, the peace of God, the peace that passes all understanding, settles on your body, causing it to calm and be relaxed. Imagine it like a shower. Feel the water running down over you. Imagine it as it hits your head, as it falls on your head and brings your brain and all of your thoughts to a slower and peaceful pace, and then to calm. As it falls on, this peace falls on your face, and the tensions you carry in your brow or in your jaw are melted away. Imagine that peace of God falling like a shower on your neck. And the tensions that you've been carrying in your neck, maybe the tightness or even the pain that is there, begins to fade away. Imagine it falling on your shoulders and running down your arms to the tips of your fingers. And your shoulders relax. If they've been hunched up, they relax and drop. And your hands, if they've been closed tight, are opened up. And maybe you turn your hands palm up to receive the grace and peace of God. Imagine it as it falls on your chest, and it calms your breathing even more, and your heart slows. Imagine it falling on your stomach, and if your stomach has been jittery or fluttery or upset, those things fade away and calm. Imagine it going down your back so that the peace of God is washing down your back, and all those tensions that you have and all those worries that you have buried in the muscles of your back are released. Imagine the peace of God washing down over your hips and your thighs and your knees and your calves and your ankles and your feet, all the way to the tip of your big toe. And all of those muscles relax and all of the pains fade away for just this time. You are immersed and washed in the peace and presence of God, our Creator, the one who loves us, who calls us by name, the one who forgives us and makes us new. And then in your mind's eye, go to the top of a mountain. There's a place to sit. It's a rocky outcropping. Not a lot of trees right around you. But you can see the vista and the mountains as they rise and fall, and the valleys and the streams that are running down the sides of the hills and into the river that's down in the valley. And imagine what it is like. Picture it in your vision, in your image right now. God coming in a great appearance, one filled with majesty and awe, lightning and thunder and wind. And you can see all around you the glorious, magnificent, awesome, and I mean really awesome, not just tossing out the word, but really awesome display of all that God is. And you know God is present with you. And you can feel God near you as all of that display calms and comes to stillness and quietness. As God is present with you in this moment, what is the exchange between the two of you? What words do you hear from God, and what words do you want to speak to God? I'll be quiet for a little while now while the two of you communicate with each other. And then you become aware that this time is coming to an end. And you bring it to a close in whatever way is appropriate. When it's closed, you let that image fade, and you imagine the room where you are. And when you are ready, open your eyes. Well, that is Take a Break, Take a Breath for Wednesday, November 4th. I'm Rick Boyer. If you have feedback for me, or you want to pray or talk with me, give me a call or send an email to rick@prospectchurch.org.